Hi everyone, Christina here. Welcome to another video on my YouTube channel. Today I'm using this new stamp set from Paper Smooches called Lots of Love. I'm going to be using this sentiment right here that has the overlapping letters. I'm also going to be using the one stamp from the same stamps that you guys have seen me use in my last few card videos. I'm using this diagonal border stamp. And I'm going to be stamping it just on some white cardstock. And in order to know where I'm going to be placing that, I'm using this circle die. I'm actually going to be cutting out a circle and having that I love you underneath. So I just wanted to pencil on that circle so I knew exactly what I was dealing with. So I'm using 4 different colors of Simesis stamp ink here, and they're all grays and blacks, starting with the lightest color, which is Fog. Then I moved to Smoke. And then the next color was Slate, and then the darkest color was Black. And after I had those stamped, I moved on to that I love you sentiment. I'm stamping this one in StazOn ink because I'm going to be using some distress markers and adding a little bit of Wink of Stella over top, which gets that ink moving. So I wanted to make sure I used a permanent waterproof ink that wouldn't have any problems with smearing or smudging. And I stamped this on some white cardstock as well. I'm going to be using a few different colors of distress ink. The first color is Festive Berries, and I'm not going to be adding these colors with water right away. I'm going to color straight onto the cardstock as if I was just going to use it as a straight marker. So I use Spiced Marmalade and then also Squeezed Lemonade. And I'm sort of doing just a rainbow color effect here. And I'm going to be kind of mixing up which colors I'm using. So I've got Mowed Lawn and Peacock Feathers. And then the last color I used was Chipped Sapphire. And then I'll start repeating colors because I want to make sure that I get all of these areas colored in. And at first when I was coloring this, I thought of those colors overlapping and creating the color in between. But once I got down to the second word, the Y-O-U, it was a little bit hard to figure out how I was going to do that without having the same color side by side above. So I ended up just using whatever colors I needed. I also took my this is a Jelly Roll white pen, and I added some small dots and some big dots just onto a few of the letters. Then I brought in that Wink of Stella, and I should have done the dots afterward because they're going to kind of get lost a little bit, but the effect still was cool, so I went with it. And this Wink of Stella clear glitter brush pen adds moisture to the distress ink, so it gets it moving a little bit and kind of smears and smudges. You'll see it most when I go to color this E here. It kind of starts to move that red ink into the yellow. I thought it looked really, really cool and gives it a fun effect. You can also see it down here with the red and purple going into that blue. And then I'm just coloring off into that U. I also went back to the beginning and kind of smeared those a little bit so the colors would move a little bit more than they had been. Use my white pen just to clean up that area that went outside the lines. And then I moved on to the rest of the card. So here I am going back to that circle die cut, and I'm just going to hold this die down to my cardstock here with some Post-it tape. And then I ran it through my Big Shot machine to cut the circle. In order to put that I love you behind it, I trimmed out that area and then put some foam adhesive around it. And now I'm just positioning that circle window piece over top. And then I erased that pencil mark that I had just to let me know where that circle was going to be. After I had all of that ready, I put the adhesive on the back of this piece. This is going to go directly over the top of the card front. So I just needed some more foam adhesive around the outside edge. The card base is made out of the same white cardstock that I've been using for the rest of the card, which is Basil Marshmallow. And I just created a top folding card. And then I put some regular adhesive behind the I love you since that had the foam on the front of the I love you. So I didn't need to add any foam to that area. And then I pressed it down onto the front of this card. Now, I thought at this point I might be finished with the card, but then I decided I wanted to bring in a little bit more of that rainbow color to the other areas of the card. So I decided to first draw some dash lines around that circle just to emphasize it so that as I added colored sequins that the edge wouldn't get lost. So I added just a bunch of different sequins, including some little silver star sequins. And then in order to adhere those down, I used some Ranger Matte Multi-Medium. And I put that on some scratch paper and then smudged it with my finger so that the glue kind of spread out. And then I used my quick stick tool to pick up those different sequins, drag them in the adhesive, and then place it back onto my card. This is what I lovingly call card surgery. You guys have seen me do this before in the past with other sequins, and I think it's the best way to adhere sequins because they stay put even through the mail. So that is my card for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is another one of those cards where I wasn't liking how it turned out, so I put it away and came back a couple days later and finished it off. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys on Monday for a new video. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I have 3 more videos for you to check out. They are my 3 most recent card videos on this channel, and I hope you'll take the time to get some more card inspiration. You can visit my blog at kwarnerdesign.com, and you can catch me on social media at Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Pinterest. If you are already a subscriber to this YouTube channel, thank you so much for your support. And if you are not a subscriber, I invite you to subscribe. It's absolutely free, and it means that when you log into YouTube, when you click on my subscriptions, you will be notified or see on screen in your subscription list every time I upload a video. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys on Monday for a new Make a Card Monday video.